They're eating the dog. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back.
Thank you, President Xi. Thank you, President Xi. Thank you, President Xi. Thank you, exclamation point, for what he did during COVID. Look at his tweet. Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point.
When we know that she was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
President.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people.
And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. They're eating the dog. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. They're eating
President Xi.
They're eating
President Xi.
They're eating
President Xi.
They're eating
Exclamation point.
the dog, 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 the cats, 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 the dog, 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 the cats, 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 the dog.
Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gon' let it get to me. I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost peace. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost peace. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost peace. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Spooky up in here. It's crazy in here.
Boys, girls, and MBs of all shapes, sizes, colors, and orientations, welcome to the one and only Alec Gunter stream. My name is Alec Gunter. We have an exciting evening planned for you all from the currently sunny state of Ohio. It's still cold out there, don't let that fool you. I tried taking a walk today and yesterday, and both times my ass was freezing. So, not very nice, but I managed. How's everybody doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I feel for Mr. Saddington, and I hope they can maybe get less sad. Mr. Saddington will be on with us tonight. We are scheduled for 6 p.m. I may or may not get started a little bit earlier than that. We do have confirmation on Discord. He sent me a friend request, so I'll be calling into him. Until then, we can just chat a little bit. Warm up my vocal pipes. Oh wait, I forgot to change the status to live. There we go. So, had a productive day today. Went shopping for some healthy food. Healthy-ish. I still get stuff with a little bit too much salt in it, but it's hard to avoid. Back in the day when I was bodybuilding, when I was like really trying to get my body in shape, what I would do is a very simple... I barely cooked. It was the laziest way that you could possibly get in shape, but it worked. And I'm going back to that. So for breakfast, for the next couple months... my plan is to just have a strict diet starting tomorrow. For breakfast, I'm making myself a smoothie and some, and I already made hard-boiled eggs instead of the sandwich and donut that I get from the gas station. We're nixing that. For lunch, we're doing ham sandwiches with some lettuce and mustard, perhaps some pickles. Got a protein bar, yogurt, fruit, all that good stuff. And then for dinner, I'm doing chicken, rice, and vegetables. Very, very simple stuff. And then protein shake after workouts. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So, and then I'll be working out 4 days a week. 4 days a week. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to put cardio in there. I should probably put at least a little bit, like a mile run at the end of my exercises. But, man, I barely get into the exercises as it is. But god damn it, I want to get back to where I was at. I am determined. I prepared today. I got it all together. And I'm going to be ripped again. It's going to happen. I don't know who I'm going to cosplay yet. I have a few things in mind for Indie PopCon this year. Any Indie PopCon goers in chat, I get in free every year now because I won their competition, and now I get a free pass every year. Indie PopCon is like a smaller mid-size convention in Indianapolis. I go every year with Katie, my beloved. And it's been a while since I've cosplayed, but I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it. I'm thinking either... I have up to 3 that I can do. Technically, I can do more, but I just want to do 1 per day. So I'm thinking Roronoa Zoro, from One Piece, of course. Katie really wants to do Shanks, so I might do Buggy, but I won't get to show off my body as much if I do that, so maybe not. I'm thinking I might bring back Alexander Louise Armstrong, because I did it once, but I was a pussy and didn't shave my head, so I used a bald cap. So I might bring that one back. Saitama is a fun one, although again, you don't really get to show off the muscles as much. I'm trying to think of other bald characters. Oh, I thought about doing Doflamingo, but Katie really wouldn't like it if I did that. Ooh, Daddy Whitebeard. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. That's a good idea. That one wouldn't be too difficult either. Besides the weapon. So yeah, I'm back on my grind. It's happening. So that was my day today. Yesterday, I did a little bit of debate prep on Mr. Saddington. Found out some interesting things. He's a big crypto guy. Big surprise there. He's a big AI boy. He loves his AI art. Here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Little AI art going on here. I don't know if he made this or found it, but he definitely posted it. Bob Marley, of course, if he were alive today, would be all over Bitcoin. We all know that. So, good stuff there. And, high-value member of society. Big contributor to the country. Kratos, yes, I tried Kratos one year, and I got the tattoo wrong. I put it on the wrong side. Which may not seem like a big deal, but with the outfit I was going with, the sleeve covered the tattoo. Because it's supposed to be the sleeve on one side, the tattoo on the other. And by the time I figured it out, I was like, ah, fuck. So I just gave up. Plus, like, I didn't have, like, the white thing going. Like, I'm white, obviously, but, like, he is, like, stark white because of the ashes of his family. So, like, that's a big part of his character. So I didn't have that going on. But if I were to do that, I don't think I'm going to do that this year. That's a little bit too high effort. A little too high effort. Maybe next year. But easy ones are on the table. Whitebeard is a pretty good one. Diablo 2 Barbarian? I don't know Diablo 2, so probably not. I prefer doing things I'm passionate about. It's a little stock. It's a little stock. Like, at this point, I might as well just do Kratos. We got Kratos at home. Kratos at home. I'm sure you could commune with the print farm or do something with the foam, or for the weapon. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make the weapon or buy it. Probably make it. Because I don't want to spend a ton of money on props. If I were to do Whitebeard. I guess if I do Zoro, I have to make the weapons too, so... If I'm gonna be doing that, I gotta get my ass on it. Maybe not Zoro. Maybe something a little simpler than that. Oh, I did Aang one year. I could bring back Aang. That would be fun. Adult Aang. From Avatar, The Last Airbender. From Atla. That'd be pretty fun. What else have I enjoyed this year? Buff Aang would go hard. I've done Buff Aang before. Not the best lighting, but that gives you an idea. The beard isn't right, though. The beard isn't right. Hold on. There we go. That's my brother and his wife. My dad helped me build the glider. It was sick. That was a great year. Got a lot of pictures. What I really want to do is get back to something like this, but without the acne. I had really bad acne on my arms. But look at this, man. Like, this is fucking bear mode right here. If I could get back to something like this, I'd be happy. But, like, I'm heavier right now than I was in this picture. So I'm gonna try to lose a little bit of weight while putting on some muscle, like recomp. You know what I mean? But, man, if I could get back to this, that would be sick. Main from Cyberpunk. Bro, I was just playing this game. Sonic Adventure 2 is a timeless classic. For those who already enjoy it. If you're trying to get into it for the first time, I actually think that it kind of sucks. To be honest. It's so far removed from the present day that, like, if you aren't already into it, there's just no way. Now I'm looking through my own pictures. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. In Vegas. That's a good one. Have you seen the Sonic Unleashed PC port? Did you see you can play Sonic Unleashed on PC now? No. That's pretty cool, though. I remember playing Sonic Unleashed when I was a wee lad, but I never finished it. I was disappointed that there was no Chow Garden, so I just never finished it. But yeah, anyway. Okay, I think I am going to... It wasn't supposed to be until 6, but I'm gonna ask our boy Peter if he's ready. You guys think? Let me pull some stuff up first, actually. Hold on. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, it looks like he's ready. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to close that completely. Yeah, well, I'll open it back up later. Let's do this thing. Hello, Peter.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Peter. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing just fine, thanks. Sorry, my camera doesn't seem to be connecting. If you could give me just a second to figure this out.
Where's...
Okay, there we go. It was just a little loose. All righty, give me just a moment. I will get you on my screen here.
Cool. So is this being pre-recorded or streamed?
We are currently live. Is that okay?
Oh, that's good. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Give me just a second here. Let me set this up. And I will be recording it also for later upload.
Cool.
Add.
So where are you streaming this to?
I am on YouTube right now.
All right.
Yep. Sorry, give me just a second here. Okay. Let's just do that. That'll work. Okay. Alrighty, how you doing tonight, Peter?
Very well. Very well. I'm
Good.
doing very well. How about
Good,
yourself?
good to hear. I'm doing just fine, thank you. I had a productive day today. Was just telling everybody, got some shopping done. Gonna try to get back into shape for the summer, all that good stuff. So can't complain.
Very good.
So I guess I should start since I'm the one who invited you here. My name is Alec. Once again, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. The reason that I'm pulling you on today is because I went over a video of yours a couple of days ago, and you were on with Mr. Oh, what was his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Matt Kim?
Yes, Matt Kim. That's the one. Thank you. And you guys were talking about immigration. And I thought that you had some interesting takes on it, and I just kind of wanted to delve into some of those. I was doing a little bit of research on you, and do you mind if I stream to the Discord so that you can see what I'm seeing?
That's fine. Do whatever you need to do, brother. I'm here to help out.
Okay. Actually, I probably shouldn't need to. I guess I saw this video. It's about 13 minutes long that you posted on Twitter. It says,
Yes.
I was almost killed by an undocumented person. Is forced integration of different species a good idea for Americans? Just to get this out of the way, was species a typo, or was that like...
No, species I think is an important distinction to make. I think race is something that has been politicized, and race has been something that has been completely diluted in what its original intent was. But in many cases, race is so deeply inclined with culture, and culture is in many cases an ephemeral consideration. And so I think if we get down to the nitty gritty, from my understanding and research, is that we humans are hybrids and lots of interbreeding thousands and thousands of years ago. And some species of humans, like Neanderthals, and some species like Homo erectus and Homo habilis, etc., were of the more intelligent species.
Yeah,
and so
yeah, but we're not like Neanderthals anymore. We're all Homo
We are.
sapiens. So,
Well,
like, I just find that I don't think that it's a good idea to start using the word species for like what's supposed to be different races of people, different cultural groups.
Well, I found that to be a weak argument, though, in that we have, and you remember this from biology class, is that we have multiple species of different types of animals, whether it's a lion or whether it's a cat or a lizard or a dolphin, or I mean, you could go on and on and on, but
Right,
yet
but
we
we're
are
all
psyoped
humans.
into this idea. Yeah, we're psyoped into this idea that we only have one human species. I find that to be a very flimsy argument that every other animal on the planet, right? You remember your biology, right? Kingdom, phylum, genus, species. You go down every animal on the planet has different species, but when it comes to humans, we only have one. I think that's a
Every
poor
animal
argument. I
has
think
different species. Can you give me an example?
so. Let's say you have a lion and a tiger, right?
Yeah.
These are different species of animals. Can these different species of animals interbreed? Yes, they have, and it's called a liger.
Oh yeah, the lion and the tiger. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, lion and tiger. So lion and
Yes.
tiger,
But
different
it is
species, but
it is
same
worth pointing out.
family group.
But it is worth pointing out that liger cannot interbreed, like it's sterile. So, and that's not the only. That's not the only qualifier. Like being able to interbreed is not the only qualifier for what makes something an individual species. Like for instance, dolphins and whales, despite being from different, let's see, I can't remember the name of it, but they're even more distinct than lions and tigers are, and yet they can interbreed and have babies. And those babies can actually go on to reproduce themselves. But that doesn't make a dolphin the same species as a whale.
It doesn't, and so that's why completely different species like a dolphin and a whale cannot interbreed, because of the lack of common genetic DNA that can connect and actually create something novel and new. Right? We can have emergence from it, and so the point I'm trying to make is that there are different species of animals, and different species have different traits and different natural inclinations, natural abilities.
Well, even within species, you have different traits and natural abilities.
Absolutely. And so I think it would not be irregular for someone to say, "Hey, there are different species of humans," and I think we can recognize that for what it is. If we were to create, let's say we create a simple marker. A simple marker would be like intelligence or IQ. I think there is clearly biological evidence, historical evidence, and obviously cultural and racial evidence that shows that there are different species of humans that live in different continents of the world who have variable and very deep from from a standard deviation of one, very deep differentials of IQ and intelligence. And so
the IQ test it varies widely from culture to culture. Like it was primarily written by European cultures, and so when it's taken by people who are not, it's Eurocentric. So when it's taken by people who are not European,
I've heard that argument before.
Yeah,
that's fair, and we can take a wide swath to it. So let's just say there's a wide berth to IQ testing, and there's a wide berth to IQ output. From across a multiplicity of cultures across the world. Fair enough. Like we could take a wide angle lens on that. Regardless of that, the evidence is what the evidence is that certain species of humans do not produce what other species of humans do. Though the output can be,
what do you mean produce?
Can be referential evidence of, hey, maybe this IQ standardized test has a wide berth and has a wide, has a wide door to it. Fine, fair enough. But what inventions, what amazing technological innovation has come out of this particular species group or this particular country or this particular demographic versus this species group versus this species group?
The vast majority of people from any culture are not like these wildly talented innovators. And typically the people who are innovating are going to be from cultures who have more money, who have more resources, who have more power in the world. Like those are the ones that you'll get, the people who have the time, the energy, and the resources to innovate in the first place. So we actually see intelligence, like IQ, is linked better to your socioeconomic status worldwide than it is to anything else.
I disagree, sir, because
you
the
can
foundation.
Disagree, but that's just a fact.
Well, let me explain. You're asserting the leveraging of current existing systems, technology, tools, and in system and product enablement. If you remove all of that and start different species all out at base zero, you have loincloth, you have a fork, a spoon, and you might have an axe. Like, start every species there. Certain species of human are more industrious, more productive, and will naturally move towards certain type of industries versus other species groups. This is so for you to say, hey, intelligence and productivity and efficiency and effectiveness is based off of resourcefulness. Well, let's remove the resourcefulness. So here's the biggest evidence of that. You have a country called Orania. You can look it up. So it's a country of Orania. It's in South Africa. It's a bunch of Afrikaners or Anglo-Saxon white people that lived in South Africa. You understand the historical significance of apartheid and all of that, and the backlashing of that against the Afrikaners. And so the Afrikaners, the white people said, you know what, fine, fine, we're good. Like, we don't want suffering, we don't want pain, we don't want prejudice, we don't want anything. We're gonna move out. And so thousands of these Afrikaners moved out, and they created their own
took
country.
Their resources with them.
As they should, as you should.
But
if you're moving from your house,
in the first place, they stole the resources in the first place. They came in, they took up resources from the indigenous land, and then they took those out with them.
So, but you're gonna blame you're convoluting two things here. You're saying that based on history, that these ancestors, who some of them lived them for hundreds of years, so multiple generations, right? So you can't blame fourth generation for resource exploitation of 150 years ago. That's just not a fair argument. I mean, just like you can't be blamed for your grandfather's slavery, just like I can't be blamed if I had my grandfather who fought against Japanese in the Korean War. Like, that argument's a moot point. So we leave them blameless for what their ancestors done. They lived in a time in which they, maybe fair enough, inherited the resources. They made good with those resources. They expanded those resources. The surrounding periphery said, we don't like it. You Afrikaners, get out of here. They said, well,
they also abused the indigenous population.
Sure, there's always going to be abuses. However, when you continue to interject, when you continue to interject these statistical anomalies in many cases, then you can make a case for anything. I think we're missing the point. Let's get back to the point. The point is, I believe, which you disagree with, which is why I'm totally okay with having these conversations. Like, it's okay to disagree. You and I disagree on a very fundamental thing.
You're calling different groups of humans different species. I find that concerning.
You're offended. You're offended by that, but I'm not offended by that.
This isn't me being offended. This is me saying, what is the purpose of this? Like, what do we do with this information? Do we start segregating people again?
People naturally segregate, sir. Right?
So
we naturally segregate anyway.
Think that people should be
segregated. So we should
Should we go back to pre-civil rights era?
Pre-civil rights era is a loaded idea. We naturally.
Loaded idea? How?
Let's get down to the fundamentals. Neither do you, right? So
I didn't live there, but I've studied it a little bit.
Oh,
I'm not an expert, but
I'm not an expert either. So you and I are probably on the same base level. Let's not move and dance around the point.
But I'm not dancing around the point. You're saying that we have different species of humans within the human race, I guess. So then what do we take from this? Like, should we go, like, you're saying that people naturally segregate, and apparently things are better off with segregation, but I just don't agree. I think that segregation was actually horrible. It turned out very badly for a lot of people.
Wow.
It leads to racial supremacy. It leads to the exploitation of groups of people.
No, it doesn't at all.
Yes,
you can't say that.
Yeah, it does.
You can't say that.
You want ethno-states, it sounds like.
There are more ethno-states that in existence today than diverse states.
I'm not saying there aren't ethno-states. I'm saying that ethno-states in general, just statistically speaking, don't perform as like, even if you're taking the humanity completely out of it, which I think is stupid.
What are you talking about, brother? Like, I've lived in 5 different countries. I've lived in Korea. I was born in Korea. I lived in Korea. I lived in Japan for 3.5 years. I lived in Europe. I lived in India for 9 months. I lived all over America. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in Florida. I lived in Pennsylvania. Bro, I lived in Santa Barbara, California. Like,
that's great. But none of that
don't misunderstand my point. Japan is you could consider Japan an ethno state. They've done damn well. You could consider Korea an ethno state. They've done fine. China, ethnocentrically Chinese, not Hispanic, not Korean, not Anglo-Saxon. I could go down the line. India, mostly Indian, right?
What's the richest and most economic country on Earth?
The most economically free?
Yeah, no. The richest and most economically prosperous country on Earth. Which one is it?
Oh, it has to be China, easily.
It's not the United States. By GDP, it is the United States.
Bro, you're measuring the wrong measure. We are taxed.
We have the greatest military. We have
No. You're looking at the wrong data, sir. Let me finish. We are taxed more than any other country on the planet, sir. I got back from Dubai. Okay, so there's a reason why.
Okay.
Let me use this example. This Dubai, that is you could call that an ethno state. You could call that almost a prison planet. You could almost say that the divide between rich and poor is so oppressive that it's almost inhumane. However, let me finish. On the other side of that token, there's a reason why investors like myself will go to Dubai, because the money and the legalities and the ability to have money flow and investment is quite grand. Now let me finish.
At the expense of
Hold
the
on.
underclass.
Let me finish. I'm not celebrating any of this. I'm just telling you facts. I sat down with a very wealthy individual, and he took me to task. He said, Peter, we have more economic freedom actually here than in America. And I said, sir, I've lived in America.
I believe it.
I know, right? I can create all the logical and rational reasons as to why he's overly privileged, and it's easy for him to say that. But at the same time, he's not wrong. When he started going down the list of regulations, the list of taxes that I know to be true as an entrepreneur, a business builder myself in the state of Georgia, and he said, you're taxed on this. You're constrained by this. You can't do this. You have to get a permit to fish. You got to get a permit to fish.
I'm not talking about business owners. I'm talking about regular ass people.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get a permit to fish. You got to get a permit to own a gun. You got to get a permit to do this. You get a permit to make your own farm. You got to have a permit to make your own fish pond. Like he said, you guys are so regulated in America that you don't realize that you've given up your freedom so slowly over the last 40 years. And brother, he's not wrong. We are the most oppressed people group from a taxation, from a lack of ability from free movement. You can move freer in the European countries than you can in many cases from here to Mexico or here to Canada, right? I mean, like
speaking of
so
free
for both of you, for me to sit where I am in my garage and for you to sit where you are in your nice house and your nice room there, it's easy for us to sit here in privilege and be able to poke fun at these ideas of species and all of that. But the reality is that we are not the most free country. We might have a huge military because 80% of our spend goes there. Great, but that doesn't show that you're.
What does this have to do with
strong?
Being an ethno state? Like, why would I want to? You can have good stuff without an ethno state. And in my,
but you can have great stuff with one. And I'm telling you that these ethno states work. These ethno states work. That's what I'm saying. They work all over the planet.
Maybe for the superior race there, but for the underclass,
you're not going to change China. You're not going to change China. You're not going to change Japan. You're not going to change Singapore. I think anything can change slowly over time. Maybe not by myself. Maybe not tomorrow. But surely over time, if you have the right policies, push for the right people to be in power. Yeah, and we're doing that. We're doing that at speed in America. We're importing 10,000 people a day, man. Like we're doing the experiment.
Because you don't seem to really be in favor of the high levels of immigration that we're seeing. Is that correct?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Not at all.
Why not?
We're not importing the best and brightest people on the planet into America.
It doesn't have to be the best and brightest necessarily. We just import people who give more than they take. Yes. Like even illegal.
Did you just say that the 10,000 people that we're importing give to America more than they take?
Yes, I can give you an example.
That cannot be an economically true statement. That cannot be an economically true statement.
I live in Ohio. It's just basic math. I live in Ohio, and we have a Haitian immigrant population that you might have heard of. They were on the national stage for a while. And the reason that Haitians were brought in, Haitian migrants, is because the city of Springfield was going under. They did not have a very good economic base of operation. And so Haitian immigrants came in and they filled that need. And they did a damn good job. Springfield is much better off for it.
Did you have a say in what people group were imported into your fine city?
Via my elected representatives? Yeah, in a way. Like, it's their
Would-
job
would
to
you- would-
make
would
the city
you- would-
thrive.
Would you say that this was the best people group out of all people group that you could
It's
have
really
chosen
not.
to import?
It's really not my decision to make anyway. It's,
well,
it's
then
about,
then you're arguing with me about something that you're exporting responsibility for. So the argument.
I'm not
we no
exporting
longer need to talk
responsibility. I'm
about
just
it.
telling you the facts. Do you recognize or not that? I mean, we can look into it right now if you want. That Springfield is better off with a Haitian immigrant population.
There is no way
Economically,
that's
otherwise.
true. There's no way that's
okay.
true.
Okay, well, let's.
There's no way
look
that's
something
true.
up then.
You're not adding up the total costs of all the social workers, of all the transporters, of all the resource workers, of all the individuals that are required on salary to be able to process these individuals, to be able to put them through the system, and be able to give them the benefits that you and I so hard, as citizens here, work for. Now, I am completely in support of legal immigration, because that's how I came into America, legally, with paperwork, with a right to work.
I mean, these
with a
Haitian migrants are here
with a
legally
purpose.
too.
Not all of them. Could you say that the majority of people that have been imported to America over the last, let's say, 4, 8, 12 years, the majority of them are legal or illegal? Meaning
don't know.
paperwork, due process.
Probably illegal because it's so damn hard to
Okay.
get in here.
So then it's illegal. Now,
Why are
we
there
don't
so
need to
many
argue.
people trying to come here illegally? Why do you think? If it were that easy to do it legally, why not do it legally?
Because we need good due process to ensure that we're allowing in great people who are add value to our country. I think that is a right thing to do. I think it's important
You
to make
understand that,
good
like,
diligence.
Most of our farms and menial labor are a vast chunk of them. I don't have the exact number, but a huge chunk is operated by undocumented immigrants, right? Like, they're providing a ton of value to our economy. And if we were to just get rid of them, that would tank us. It would tank us.
Would it?
Yes. They're doing all
How
the
do you-
farm
how-
labor for
do
way
you
less
know?
than they're worth, by the way. They're still paying taxes while they're here, while not being represented. That's taxation without representation. They're doing that anyway.
I don't know
Because
what
they
your
want
argument is.
opportunity here.
What's
My
the
argument
argument?
here is immigrants have helped us, and we should bring more of them, not less.
Just because we've created a system that is dysfunctional and somehow hobbles along
How's it dysfunctional?
doesn't mean that is the ideal system to continue working at.
You're right.
We
They should all
need to
be. They should all be
improve
granted legal
our
status.
system,
You're
we
right.
need to improve everything that you've talked about.
You're right.
I
They
think we
should
can
all
both
be granted.
agree on that, but that doesn't mean that because we had all of this illegal malfeasance that happened and poor due process happened, that we need to keep it going, is what you're saying. I would disagree with
Yes.
that.
No, I think you're right in a way where it's like, yeah, the system does kind of suck. We have a bunch of people who are not
It
here
does suck. We
legally.
can both agree on
Let
that
me
for sure.
finish. Because we have a bunch of people who are not here legally. They get paid way less than they're worth for the work that they
Which
do.
is
They
terrible
work
for
way longer
everybody.
hours. Yes, I agree. So make them legal. Grant them citizenship.
I think you and I found an agreement. The current ones that we have, make them legal, make them be a full part of the system so they can pay into it and do their work well. Yes, 100%. I
Okay.
think where we may disagree on it is let's stop the bleeding. Let's stop the bleeding, right? This is, if you get a cut and it's bleeding profusely, you probably don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. You probably don't want to put sutures. You might need
What's-
to just
What's
amputate
the
the entire
bleeding?
thing.
What's the bleeding in this scenario?
We are continuing to import reports from 3,000 to 10,000 people a day.
But we
are
just
still
went over
coming
this.
across.
They're doing us favors. They're literally
No.
providing us labor and paying taxes without representation.
That's where we disagree. Where we disagree
What do you
is
mean?
that you believe that we need all of these people to continue to survive as America, is your argument. Am I reading that correctly?
Well, the people who are here, yes, we do. Okay.
Okay, then can we
And I
stop
think
the
that
bleeding?
people-
because
I
we don't
think
know
that
who's
But
coming
why
into the
stop
country.
people from coming over here?
Because we don't know who's coming into the country. You don't
Okay,
want people
I
that
agree.
you don't
No,
know.
I agree with checks at the border. I agree with that.
Okay,
I'm in favor of
so
that.
we agree. So we should stop the bleeding until we figure out, which we both agree on, that the process sucks. So let's make a better process so we can figure out who they are. We can figure out that they're great people, that they have great intentions. They want to create a family. They want to pay into this system. They want to make America great because that's what, like, let's do that. I think we could probably do that in a period of, I don't know anything about this stuff, but I think you could probably interview them in a period of 3 days, over a period of 3 days and say, hey, look, let's talk about this. Let's understand this. And then we can put you through the process. But right now we're shoving them over the wall. We don't know who most of them are, and that bothers me. As if I just use it from a home example, I mean, you probably want to know who's coming into your house before they come into your house. Kind of like me, I probably want to know who you are before you step in my house. So I'm just pro America first, and I think we're bleeding at the border. I think we need to stop the bleeding and figure it out, and then we can process more people. Like, let's do that. Like I told you, we both agree with legal immigration. So let's make the legal really good and stop the bleeding in the meantime, because we're not helping ourselves bleeding while trying to also figure out the solution.
So are you telling me, I just want to make sure I'm clear, that you don't want to ship out all of the undocumented immigrants? Like you'd rather
I never
just
said that. That never came out of my
make
mouth.
them legal. Okay, I'm just making sure. It
No, but
sounded when I was going over your
was
video. It
I
just
was hit by
sounded
one.
like. Right.
I was hit by one.
Well, I actually had a question about that. How did you know that that was an illegal immigrant?
Because the police officer arrested them. They had no documentation. They had no ID. They had
do
no
you carry documentation?
Insurance. Of course I do.
I don't carry documentation in my
I
citizenship status.
carry my
license, but
I have
that's it.
my driver's license. I have my insurance card in my car.
Right. Could he not have left his driver's license and insurance at home somewhere?
Well, the reality is he was hurt. And
but I just want to know how you knew.
I won't spoke more than that.
How you knew that he wasn't documented? Because that, for all I know, he just left his license at home. Is that not possible?
No, because when he pulled, because you saw the video, right? I showed the video.
Yes.
He pulled over on the side because his car could not run. He had a shoulder injury. When I drove over there, barely in my T-boned car, we got out, took pictures, all the normal. He wouldn't get out of his car. I didn't know what was going on. I go up to him and I say, hey, sir, can I get your information? He didn't speak any English. I was like, hey, I need ID, all the normal stuff. Right? He's like, he's uncommunicative, right? Not going to talk to me. I said, well, the police are, I said, I'm going to call the police because clearly there's damage. You look, hurt. He's like, I don't speak. And it's like, okay, great. So police come, they bring their translator. I'm sitting there now with a busted car with my 2 kids and wife, by the way, in that car that was destroyed. And they tell me, no documentation. We searched the car. This is not even his car. We don't know where it is. He's most likely an illegal immigrant at that particular point in time.
Most likely. So you don't know for sure, right?
Let's just say no speak English, no documentation, no license.
There are plenty of Americans who don't speak English. You're not required to speak English.
You cut me off when I'm trying to finish the argument, and then you can argue back. No speak English, no documentation, no license, no registration, no insurance, brand new Mercedes GLA 235. Okay, these six coincidences.
What does the brand new Mercedes have to do with it?
I think it's an interesting coincidence that an individual with lacking documentation at 5 points would have a brand new Mercedes blowing through a clearly a red light at that time, right? I accelerated so slow out of that thing. I gave at least 3 seconds, right? And I get slammed into these 5 coincidences. Fair enough. These 5 coincidences, plus that Mercedes, brother, I think we have a pretty strong case that that individual has a reason that they don't have documentation and they don't have registration and they don't have all this information that normal humans would at least have 1 out of the 5. If you can give me that, right? Do you have a cell phone? Do you have a homie? Do you have a friend that we can call? Do you have a mother? Do you have a sister? Do you have a brother? Like, none of this was given. So you were talking about someone which is why, notice on my title, I said undocumented human. I don't know who this person is. But we do know for a fact zero information. So that's why I said undocumented human. That's why I didn't say, and why we're not arguing about the word illegal, because I didn't use the word illegal.
Okay.
They're undocumented human, and they crashed into me and almost killed me and my family. So I think
Okay,
I think that
and certainly
undocumented
does
human.
happen.
I think
You
that
know-
undocumented human should probably leave the country, is what was my assertion there, or spend time in jail. My frustration with the legal system is that they would not spend time in jail, and they would most likely be released, because that city doesn't have great laws around what they need to do with undocumented humans. So they're supposed to turn them over to some other authority or something like this. And so this just shows the broken nature of what happens whether you're truly an American citizen undocumented, or maybe not and undocumented. You still have to go through a crappy system.
I'm not necessarily against sending criminals back to where they came from if they are undocumented immigrants and commit crimes here. I'm not against that. My thing is, let's say that, I mean, you've provided a substantial amount of evidence for what happened. So
5 coincidences
let's
is
just-
pretty strong.
Okay, let's go with the assumption that the person who hit you is in fact an undocumented immigrant. I'm willing to run with that. Are you aware of the fact that undocumented immigrants commit crimes at way lower rates than either documented immigrants or natural-born citizens?
Bro, you're preaching to me data at a funeral. I was a victim with video evidence.
Okay, I understand
of
that.
getting
I get that.
smashed, and you're
But my
telling me
thing is-
you're telling me my experience
thing
isn't
is-
valid? You're telling me
No,
my
I didn't say
experience
that.
isn't valid?
I didn't say. Calm down. I didn't
You're
say
coming
that.
at me with data.
You-
Like, bro,
listen, I
it
don't
doesn't
want you to
matter.
go-
I don't
listen,
care what the data is. I
listen.
got T-boned and almost killed by a person.
I hear you. Okay. I understand that was an experience for you, and I want to acknowledge
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
My
brutal,
point
man.
is that is not a representation of the broader data that we have.
Which
So when you
and-
go
and-
on to your audience and you say, well, look, I got hit by an undocumented immigrant. Also, I'm going to add in that my sister almost got jumped by undocumented immigrants and this thing happened and that. It starts to sound like you're building a narrative of let's ship out the undocumented immigrants because they're all criminals. That's what it starts to sound like. When that's not the case, they commit crimes at lower rates than the general population.
If that's how you interpreted it, I'm just a storyteller. I'm just telling about a story that where I
Okay.
got hit.
I just want to make sure that that
And that-
story is told in context.
I
mean,
wa-
I've been,
if you-
if
you watch the entire thing, that-
I was a stupid college kid, and I rear-ended somebody when I was in college because I was on my freaking phone. Should I be deported?
no, because you're you're American.
Okay, right.
No, you should probably
So-
pay the fine and pay the insurance, which is the right thing to do.
Right, and I did.
Right, but we have laws here, and the laws state that if you're undocumented and you commit a crime, you should probably go back to your country. I think that's pretty
Again,
clear.
I'm not disagreeing with
So
that, but what I'm saying is,
that's my experience. I'm
when
not
I
telling
watched-
you. I'm not telling people to look at. I'm not telling people to look at other people and say, "Hey, you need to go back to your own country." And that never came out of my mouth. I'm saying that
Okay.
if you are a victim of a crime, which is what I experienced, then the two things, right? If you're a victim of a crime by an undocumented human, you use the word illegal. I never use that word. Undocumented human, then that undocumented human should probably go back to their country, is what I'm saying. And that's all all I said. Now, we cannot determine whether someone's undocumented or not based on visuals, right? No, I can never assume that anyone's undocumented. And I frankly have never done that. It's never crossed my mind. The only
we
time
just
that
call
we
them
find
different
out,
species, right?
the only time that we realize that they're undocumented humans is after they commit a crime or they commit something that requires us to verify that they're supposed to be here, right? And that's what I'm saying. When we verify that they're undocumented, they need to be deported. So that's all that my story was all about.
It just it made it sound like you're saying there's some kind of crisis with all of these undocumented immigrants committing all of these crimes, and I don't see that happening. The data
You're right.
does not demonstrate that.
You're correct.
Okay, so then,
Then
again-
you interpreted my story incorrectly.
but do you understand
I
how
never
people
said that.
could interpret your if we're talking about responsible platforming here, like if you want to talk about, okay, I was hit by some guy, like he ran a red light, right? That was his crime. His crime was not like necessarily just being here as an undocumented immigrant. Like, why specifically that narrative? Because you didn't just talk about that car crash. You also brought up your sister.
Yeah.
You also brought up the housemate that you lived with who was undocumented. Yep. Like you
These
piled all
true,
of this into one
all
video.
true.
They're all true. I'm not saying they're not true. I'm saying you piled all of this into one video for what?
For the purpose of sharing 3 stories of where I have been a victim of undocumented humans in my life. And nobody else can share that experience but me. And no, I never used the word crisis. I just shared my experience of 3 undocumented humans over a period of about a decade and a half. And those 3 experiences over a decade and a half were really negative.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, I appreciate these. I appreciate these conversations. What I enjoy about these conversations, my friend, is the fact that we can look at the same issue from completely different worldviews, mental models, ideas, ideologies, and that's refreshing. It's refreshing to know that people distinctly can see things differently, the same narrative, the same story. So it's fascinating how we humans are so variable in the way that we're created and the experiences that kind of are the amalgam of who we are, because we can completely disagree about something that in many cases is relatively black and white.
I want to talk about this tweet you made about Elon Musk throwing the Sig Heil.
Yeah,
this guy memes and trolls his way to the top. What a great show. Do you
yeah,
think
it's
that,
a great show.
Do you think that
show.
throwing a Sig Heil is a meme, like one of the leading, the richest man in the country,
it's
on a national stage at the what is it called, the presidential? I can't think of the word for it.
Yeah,
it just
it
seems pretty.
I'm with you. I'm not celebrating that it's a good thing. Like, nowhere in that tweet did I say it's a good thing. I said it's a good show. Man, he knows.
It's a great show. You said he memes and trolls his way to.
Yeah.
You're spreading it as though it's a positive thing, is what you're saying.
No.
But you didn't say that it's bad, right? You're not saying that.
No, I'm not saying either. It's a great show. Like, he's so good, brother. Like, let me explain. Like, this guy is so meta. And that's I'm far abstracted from the visuals here. Like, far abstracted from the mainstream narrative, brother. Like, he knows 3 things. Number 1, for him to do a Sig Heil, like, he knows that that's going to be the biggest news item. So, like, kudos. That's going to be all around the world.
Do you understand the messaging?
No, hold. Let me finish, brother. He knows the audience. He knows it's going to be global, good or bad, right? I'm being objective here. I'm looking at it from his trying to be in his mind. So he knows the entire world's going to see it. Number 1. Number 2, that's like one of the chosen memes of creating tension and creating aggravation in the world. Like, he knows.
Throwing a Sig Heil is not a meme. And there's a reason it causes aggravation. Do you know why?
Yes, I do. So please, let me finish.
So why? Just explain why. Just explain why. Why does it cause aggravation? Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. He knows that is the pressure point. That is the pinprick of everybody. Come on, we're talking about it now.
Why? Explain it to me. Why is that such a harsh point for so many people? Why?
Because it's so triggering to an event that happened. Yeah, very triggering. He knows this. So
to what event?
Forget the emotions. Let me finish. I have 3 points. What do you want me to say? The Holocaust? Is that what you want me to say? What do you say? Not Hitler and Nazis? You and I are right now live talking about him. He did that. That's why it's a great show.
And that's bad, right?
I'm not.
Right?
I'm not.
Dude, come on, take a stance.
You keep adding a qualification to it. Let me finish my sentence.
But it's an important qualification, I feel like, because we're throwing Sig Heils, and then
we lay out the data. Let's lay out the data
people
first.
to do it.
I'm not asking for a qualification yet. I need to get to my third point. Number one, he knew the world would see it, and right? You and I agree with that. The world will see it. He
I'm not
knew that it
disagreeing
was
with that.
okay. So agree with me there. Agree with me on the second point. It is one of the most egregious and aggressive movements you could make. Agreed?
Yes,
So
for
he
good reason.
Yes, for good reason. Agree with you. And number three, he owns a platform that allows him to get that clipped, added into memes, added into videos. Brother, when I tell you, I'm not adding good or bad to this. When I tell you it's a good show,
why not?
he is leveraging the psychology of the masses. Is what about he's either a mad scientist, a psychopath, or an autist altogether. I don't know, but that's what I was recognizing. I was recognizing how meta he is, that he was somehow able to wrap up three of the most aggressive, egregious, tension-filling, argument-filling, movements of all time in one moment. Like, brother, did he not get the world's attention? Good job, Elon. If that was your goal, you got your attention, and my friends right here and now are still talking about it.
Are you
Dadgummit,
not
Elon.
worried? Are you not worried that he's normalizing this? Like he's normalizing, because that is, hopefully we can agree on this, the symbol salute of Nazis. Yes? Nazis, the people from World War II who, killed 6 million Jews, millions more gay and queer people. Like they killed.
We're not
millions.
disagreeing on any of this. We're not disagreeing on any of this.
So then, and those people still exist today. Disgusting people who wants to, and I'm not saying you're one of these people. I'm saying they exist who wants to, enslave or export or you have some language that would lead one to believe that you might be on that side. I'm not going to lie on that, but I'm assuming you don't want to at least kill these people, right, in large quantities, and yet that's what that salute entails. That's what that says that you are all about. You love to kill the Jews. You love to, kill gay and trans people. Like, that's what that salute means. So why is that okay to do for the richest man on a national stage?
I disagree, sir. I disagree.
What do you mean you disagree? Disagree on which point?
It's called the Roman salute, and it's been around for thousands of years before Hitler. And by the way, if we go back to the Pledge of Allegiance, right? I'm in my mid-40s. So in the Pledge of Allegiance, they used to do this symbol, and they changed it from this symbol during the Nazi regime in the 30s and 40s because
to disassociate it.
He took to disassociate it. So then we put our hand over our hearts. But this was not a negative salute for a longer time period in multiple different species, different races, and different cultures. You can find multiple different cultures, not just the Romans, and not just obviously the Nazis, that also did this even in Asian countries. And so, I mean, I think this has been a politicized movement for sure. And we're not disagreeing here. Did Elon Musk know all of this? Of course he did, which is why he did it, brother. That's why he did it.
And I'm saying it's a bad thing that he did it.
And I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's a good thing that he did it.
But you're not saying it's a bad thing, right? You're not taking a stance, man.
I'm not going to. He said, "My heart will go out to you." Is the words that were part of that, and I can. You're asking me. Let me just ask.
He didn't say a word. He did not say a word while he threw that, dude.
I cannot. You're asking me to judge a man's intentions, brother. I can't.
I am.
His intentions.
By the fact that he did a sig hail.
I'm not judging.
It's okay to judge people by their actions, man. That's okay to do.
If
you
get
hit, yes or no?
If you get hit, if you get hit by a car, then you can judge them by your actions. If a man makes, I just did it a couple of times here. If someone clipped me, they could clip me and say that I'm doing it, brother. Come on,
that wasn't a clip, man. There was no context that made that. He did it twice. Slapped his chest, threw the sig hail. Exactly
I've done that
like
before.
Hitler did it.
I've slapped my chest and been like, "Hey, man, what's up?" Like, "Hey, brother, have you never done that?" "Hey, brother."
On a national stage.
I mean, come on, he was jumping around before that.
Dude,
Like
he
he
knew
was
it.
getting hyped.
You said it
He was
yourself. He
getting
knew what
hyped.
he was doing. No, you're bullshitting
Yeah, of
me.
course.
You
Of
said
course he
yourself
knew what he was
Okay,
doing.
great. So we've established that
knew
he
what he
knew
was
he
doing.
was throwing a sig hail.
Yeah.
So why is that not bad? Don't you feel like that's normalizing Nazi behavior? Yes or no?
No, I do not. No, I think you and I would disagree on this. I don't think. I
So
don't
many
think this is.
people
I don't
follow
think
and
this
look up
is.
to Elon Musk. Do you not? And they already started doing it. Like there's TikToks now of people doing it.
I'm
Facebook
not going to
videos.
hold them. I'm not going to cast judgment on people that I've
This
never.
is how
I've
it
never
starts,
seen,
though. You
I've never seen
normalize
any of
these
my
actions.
friends who. None of my friends who love Elon Musk do that, brother. Like I don't even like Elon, right? Like I don't like the man. So let's get that out of the way. I think he's a terrible human being. Right, so maybe we should have started with base of the base. Like, I do not respect his lifestyle.
But if
I do
you
not
think
respect.
then why are you defending him on this, man? Because you are. Like, just
not
say it how it is.
defending
He
him.
threw a Nazi salute.
You
Just say it how it is. Come on, meet me halfway here.
it's called a Roman salute.
You can call
for
it whatever you
thousands
want. The
of
Nazi.
years.
Okay, what if he went up there wearing a swastika? Would that be more clear?
Yes, I wish. He
Okay,
did.
why?
Because that's obvious. But here's the thing:
Exactly.
if he had a swastika, I would actually disagree with that stronger, because the swastika has been around for even longer than the sig hail. In Egyptian times, in Asian times, in China, Korea, Japan, it's even
And
been in
now-
Australia. It's all over Europe. So like the swastika was completely politicized. Like it's Native Americans.
course
You can
it
find that
was.
Native Americans had the swastika back in the day.
It
The
was
Aztecs had that
politicized,
shit.
and its
Yeah.
current iteration means death to Jews and queer people and others.
I
Anybody
think,
who's not
I
the
think,
Aryan
we,
race,
I think
right?
it's I think it's time to I think it's probably time for someone to co-opt that to like a positive symbol. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, that may happen at some point in the course
That
of
should
human
really
history.
happen.
Right
I think
now,
that should happen
a
again.
swastika means death to anybody who is not of the Aryan race. That's what that means. Yes or no?
I'm not a scholar in it, but I know that the Nazis used it. So
It
that was
doesn't
probably
take a
what-
scholar to figure this one out, man.
Well, I don't like to. I don't well,
You
I'll
don't. You
agree
don't
with
like
you
to
that the
do
Nazis used
anything.
it.
You don't like to take a position on anything.
Well, you're
That's what
trying
I'm
to make.
figuring out.
You're trying to ask me. You're trying to ask me to judge the intents of man, which is not possible, right? Like you're asking me to make a judgment
Judge
call
him on his
a man's
actions.
salute.
Yes.
If the man shot me or hit me with his car, I would judge him on his actions. But if he put up, you're asking me, look, my tweet, I still stand by my tweet. Like the man's a genius, psychopath or genius. Like, okay, like remember, I don't like the man. All right, psychopath or genius.
could
Like
argue
he
about
did,
that,
he
but-
did something that caught the world. Like, brother, marketing 101, he crushed it, man. He got everybody's attention, and we're still arguing about it today.
He was already
mean,
up
like-
there. He could have gotten everybody's attention in any way that he wanted. He chose a Nazi salute. And you can call it whatever you want, but the Nazis used it over and over and over, and that's what it's associated with. You can call it the Roman salute. I don't even know the historical accuracy of that, but it's a Nazi salute. It's a Nazi salute.
It is. I will amend to your statement and say it is also a Nazi salute. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
But it is not.
Okay,
only
he did a Nazi salute, yes? And that
He
was
did
bad.
he did a movement that certainly emulated a Nazi salute. But can I judge his intentions that was behind it? No.
I don't care about his tensions.
But
I
you're
don't
asking
care.
me to judge him based on his intentions, though.
Yes, because he has a responsibility,
I'm confused now.
just like I do. I have a
so
responsibility as on a
if-
much smaller scale, granted.
So if I go
but-
like this, if I go say, "Hey, man, my heart goes out to you like this," if I do that, would you take offense?
You just did a sig hail, man.
If I said I told you, if I go like this, pat my and I say my
He
heart
didn't
goes
say
out
my
to
heart
you.
goes out to you. So let's erase that. If you just do the sig hail and give no context for it, that's bad.
Did you? He did it once out to the crowd.
He did it
and
twice.
then he turned around and then he did it to the crowd behind him, and then he turned around and he said, "My heart will go out to you." Like that's the full clip.
You don't just get to make up the meaning of things on the spot. That is a salute associated with a genocidal group of people from history. There's no getting away from that. So
It was used by
You're
a
not saying it's
genocidal
good.
group.
You're
in
not saying
history.
it's bad. Like, yes, it
I don't
was
think what he
emblematic
did was
of that.
bad. I don't think like if you take the full context,
not?
have you ever been that excited? Like I don't think I've ever been that
There's nothing-
excited.
Okay,
But I'll tell you, if I ever get that excited, I might move my arms in really funny ways.
but you're
Like,
defending
honestly.
him. Why are you
I'm not
defending him?
defending him. I'm
Yes,
saying
you are.
when
You're defending him as
he's
we
super
speak.
excited. Like you have screen share. Why don't you bring up the clip? Let's watch it together.
The
Let's
Sig
just watch it
Hail?
together. Yeah, let's just watch it together so we can see the emotion of the crowd, all the energy in the moment, him jumping up and down with 2 feet, being like, "Oh my gosh, is this what it feels like to win, guys?" Like he is so hopped up on adrenaline, maybe coke, I don't know.
How many
maybe
other
just
people have done this exact motion because of adrenaline?
I've seen Barack Obama do it. I've seen
Oh, really? Can you
Kamala
pull up that
Harris
clip?
do it. Oh yeah, I can look it up right now.
Great.
No
Pull it
problem.
up.
Do it. Yeah, let me show you, brother. No problem. I
Sure.
can find these pictures all day.
There's not pictures. I need video.
Oh man, I don't know. I need to find the video behind the picture then, because pictures are the fastest way to do it. If you just type in Barack Obama example and you type in Kamala Harris example,
Yeah, because
like
waving to a crowd like this with your hand is not the same thing as a Sig Hail. Beating your chest and throwing your arm out.
here's
flat
2 of the
palm.
first. I'm finding more for you. There's so many. There's so many, and they're from all like Newsweek and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So if I these aren't hard to find. Like here's example. Yeah, let me see if I can find a video of one of these. I have to do more searching. But the point is and that we both agree that context matters, right? Context matters. And I'm giving a man that I don't necessarily respect and don't necessarily like. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for being extremely excited and jumping up and down and saying this is what it feels like to win, and just like he grabbed his chest. He didn't like pat his chest. Like we both agree with that. He grabbed
He
his
did.
chest
He
like
slammed
he's
it.
doing like a fatality, like with his claw in his chest.
Dude,
Like let's
it was
look
not
at
his
it.
claw.
But don't misunderstand my point. Maybe the point is he did not flat finger.
But you keep trying to
He grabbed his heart. He
adjust
grabbed
it.
his heart like I
Like,
would grab my heart if I were to do
uh-huh.
a fatality from Mortal Kombat.
He
Right?
didn't
That's
do a
what he did.
fatality from
And
Mortal
then
Kombat,
he went out
man.
like
His
this.
hand was flat, just like the Nazis did it. Are you trying to say that he did not do a Sig Hail?
We have already established he did a movement.
Okay,
that's
okay.
very similar
Then
to
why
the Sig Hail,
defend
yes.
him? Then why
I'm not
defend
defending
him?
him. We
Okay,
should probably
then
just finish
stop
the
defending.
conversation there. Yeah,
Dude, you're
we
literally
both agreed
defending
on
him.
that.
Okay, let's just.
I would
okay.
defend you, even though we just met. I would defend you if someone took a clip out of context. I'd be like, hey, no, I talked with this guy. Like we talked respectfully. Like he wouldn't be a Nazi, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you. Actually, I know you better than I know Elon. So the fact that I would give you the benefit of the doubt, for someone I don't even know, I think
Well,
that
I also
that
don't
means
go
something.
around to white supremacist accounts and be like, you have a point, like Elon does. So, I would hope people give me the benefit
I
of
don't
the
know
doubt.
about that. I don't know what he does. He's got so many accounts. Dude, he says that he plays like video games. Like there's no way he's playing video games. Those are someone else doing it. He doesn't have time for that shit, does he?
I agree. I mean, listen, I don't understand. You say you don't like Elon. You say he's a shit person. But why
I didn't
die
say
on this hill then?
I didn't say shit person, right? Don't
Then what are you saying? Why don't you like him?
because he has 13 kids from 4 different people. He's not a good example of like I'm a father, right? I have kids, right? Fathers should be with their kids, right? That's one of the number one reasons why the world is the way it is. You take my opinion, and I will die on this hill. I'll say it up front. I will die on what I'm about to say. I will die on this hill. The number one reason why the world is messed up is because our parents fucked us, right? Whether they got divorced, whether they fought at home, whether they were alcoholics, whether they beat you, whether they cursed at you, whether they never supported you, whether they never said like this is the childhood trauma of bad parents and parents who aren't engaged in loving in their children is the number one reason why as adults we have people displaying their trauma and projecting their trauma to the world and trying to, and the worst part about that, right? If you read about the deeper aesthetics of man, right? And you go into to Kant and to go into those philosophers of the dark side and integrating your shadow, right? So many humans just haven't integrated their trauma and their shadow to the realities of that's who they are. They shouldn't fight the fact that they've been beaten or abused. They need to integrate it. And so what most people do is they project that which they hate in themselves and others. And the worst part about that is for those in power, positions of power, they're trying to solve for the trauma that they're projecting onto others. And that's why there's so much suffering, brother, is so many broken families, however you slice and dice it. I'm not going to ask you any questions, but I can tell you, my friend, I am trying to right the wrongs of a broken childhood. And I am trying to raise my children better than what I was raised as. And no matter my rhetoric, no matter what I tweet, none of that matters at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I meet a lot of men of industry and a lot of men who think they have a lot in life. But I'll tell you, I meet a lot of men who fascinating that we even get into these conversations. But these men will admit to me that they don't have a good relationship with their children, or they don't have a good relationship with their family. You have planes. You have the ability to buy anything in life. You have condos wherever the world. You have the world at your fingertips. But your children despise you, sir. You have failed as human. And so it doesn't matter man's accolades. It doesn't matter what you've done in this life. It doesn't matter what you own. If your children, your own spawn, your own progeny don't even like you, then your life has completely been wasted. And so I will die on that opinion 100%, because my sole purpose in life is to make sure that I don't fuck up my kids like my parents did to me.
Are you teaching your children that there are different species of humans?
I'm teaching them to be respectful with all humans and to love all and to assume
different
nothing.
Species, right?
And to assume nothing.
Assume like there are different species.
Well, we can observe behavior patterns.
You have no scientific basis for there being different species of human. I just can't get over that. Like, I don't understand the purpose of that. And if you're teaching your kids that, then you are fucking your kids up.
The purpose is to recognize differences in people.
You can recognize differences within species. Look at dog breeds.
Yeah.
They're all dogs. They're all the same species. Okay.
We should recognize the differences.
Then why call them different species?
Why not?
Because that's dehumanizing.
Now you're injecting your moral ethics into the equation. I have not injected that yet.
I don't think it's good to consider people different species. That has historically not led to good outcomes.
Perfect. You've just laid out your case.
And there's also no scientific basis for it.
I think there's stronger scientific basis for humanoids of the past interbreeding and creating different species of humans. I think there's a strong case for humans over many years that would interbreed like we're interbreeding now. Like, well, come on, we're interbreeding now. Like, so if we're interbreeding now, right, then we certainly were interbreeding many millennia ago. Like, this cannot be an inconcurrent thought, right? This is something that I think we and Mike both agree on. But speciation. If we're intermingling and commingling different people groups now, then we probably have been doing it for millennia. That's all I'm saying, is that there's differences between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Australian,
but you
English.
Can recognize those.
Right?
Okay, are a Dachshund and a Great Dane the same species? Yes or no?
They are. Are they the same species?
If this isn't an easy yes, if this is an easy no for you, if this is not an easy no for you, you have no leg to stand on calling different humans different species, because we are far more similar than a Dachshund and a Great Dane ever could be, genetically.
But
This should be easy for you.
No. The issue is can different species interbreed?
Okay, now it's nuanced. Now that
no,
we're
it's always
about
been
dog
nuanced.
breeds, it's nuanced.
Different. If there are different species of dog and they can interbreed, then they are viable.
Are there different species of dogs?
Yes, there has to be.
There has to be.
Yes, there's not one species of dog.
So, all right, Dachshund. All right, there are different species of canines. I'm talking about house dogs. That's a specific species. Is a Dachshund the same species as a Great Dane? Yes or no?
So
if you ask
I'm
a
looking it
scientist,
up.
they'll say yes.
I'm just looking it up so that we're both on the same page. It says here,
You're more
defining
than
a
happy to
species.
look it up for dogs. Why not for humans? Because no scientist anywhere will ever tell you that an Indian person, for instance, is a different species from a German person like myself.
Well, then I'm gonna have to give you a couple of scientists that actually do that, and
A couple or the
then
consensus?
the consensus is not science, brother.
Yes, it
Consensus
is.
becomes scientism.
Scientific
Nope,
consensus
nope.
and peer-reviewed research is the foundation upon which we build science and scientific
60,
innovation.
65 to 85% of all scientific research today is not replicable, not duplicatable, and not verifiable, and it's all being pulled back. You can look up studies on that right now. It's one of the biggest problems in the last 10 years of science is that the majority, 65 to 85% of all of the studies over the last 20 years are false, falsified, and not real. And so you can look this up, just look it up right now. You can see it's one of the biggest crises in science right now. And so the whole idea of scientific consensus is a farce. The entire purpose of science is to never have consensus. Wait, hold on. The whole entire purpose of science is not to have consensus because then it's not science.
Is there a
Right,
scientific
science
consensus that gravity is a force of nature that exists?
No, there's not a consensus because gravity is called the theory of gravity, not
Yes,
the
there is. No,
not the fact of
hold on.
gravity.
I gotta stop you.
Called the
I
theory
have
of
my
gravity.
undergraduate degree in biology. I am currently pursuing my psychiatric nurse practitioner license. I can tell you and I don't even need that to tell you this, by the way. A theory in science is the highest level of evidence, or this is not the proper way to state it. It's the highest proof that you can possibly provide. The theory of gravity is not just a theory because, oh, well, we think there's gravity. There is gravity. It is a natural force that acts upon us. We don't know the mechanism per se by which it acts. We're still figuring that out. But
That's
there
why
is
it's called
gravity.
theory. So it's not a fact.
No, that's
It's a
not why it's
theory.
called a theory. It is a fact. Gravity is a
Okay,
fact. A theory
All
in
right,
science
all right,
might as
fine.
well be a fact.
All right. Well, you started it. So you had your undergrad in biology. That's excellent.
Yes.
And you're pursuing a master's in what?
I have my master's in science and nursing, and I'm pursuing my psychiatric nurse practitioner license.
Awesome. So I have an undergraduate in engineering. I have a master's in counseling and organizational behavior. I have a second graduate degree in education and cognitive learning theory. And my third graduate degree is a graduate degree in religion and a focus on apologetics and world religions. I'm 65% through my PhD in psychology and cognitive studies. So if you want to start going on the whole because I'm studied and I'm, brother, don't go there, brother. I've written more papers and more books. I'm a published author. You can look that up right now. John Wiley & Sons, 2012, the biggest business publisher in the world. Amazon Top 100. Google it now. You can find it. So like when you start bringing out the hey, I'm scientific, like I haven't brought that out because man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of your education, none of that matters. I'm in my mid 40s, brother.
I feel like that
Doesn't
gives me a
matter.
little credibility here.
Well,
I'm
not more
trying
than
to
me.
appeal to authority.
Well, you just tried to, and so I'm shoving it back down your throat,
But I'm
brother.
telling you
That's what
where
I'm
this
saying.
knowledge comes from. I've studied
I'm
stuff
telling
like
you
this.
that I'm
So when I tell
probably
you,
I think
the
I'm probably
theory-
15, 20
dude,
years older than you, and I have more
gravity exists.
graduate degrees than you.
We can agree
in
that
the
gravity
studies-
exists, right?
I agree that there is a force
Okay.
that they have called the theory of gravity that
Yes.
is the best explanation right now for what is happening when it comes to density, mass, and volume.
And there's a
let's go down
scientific
to the
consensus
nitty-gritty.
on that, yes?
No, there is not actually. There is not. So your argument shouldn't be towards a scientific consensus. Your argument should be why isn't there scientific consensus? That we should be researching the bleeding edges of science, not continuing to steelman the current consensus. The current consensus is what gets us into scientism. It gets us into a religion of science. And then you have people like, Fauci, who created like a scientific religion that did not enable us to question the realities of that. That we were attacked by clearly a lab, a human created thing that we all agree on. It was human created. And so when you have scientific appeal to authority, which you just brought up, and you have people that are saying, "Hey, he knows everything. We can't question it." Science is all about questioning.
This isn't about. Feel free to question gravity. Run your own experiments to disprove that gravity is a force that exists in nature. Feel free. You will fail because again, gravity is a fact of nature. as demonstrated by the gravitational theory.
Cool.
There's equations
So there's
for it.
yeah,
We can
there's
measure it. It's a natural force that exists that is not contested by. There might be like 2 scientists in the world that can test that ever.
I think your worldview is a little bit closed, brother. I think there's
No, I don't
there's
think so,
larger...
because sometimes you do just need to accept things as fact, like the fact that the
No,
Earth is round.
No, you cannot.
Yes.
Dude, that's don't, brother,
You have to.
brother.
You have to, man. You have to. You can't.
No, you can't.
Your brain is so open that it is spilling out of your ears. You cannot just go with
How
like,
can you say
maybe
that when
the
I
Earth's
build
flat.
How can you
Like,
say that when
it's
I
not
build race
flat.
cars?
Is
How
the
can
Earth
you say
flat?
that when I build race cars? You cannot operate the way that you just espoused to me for someone who literally just got back from the racetrack yesterday, who builds race cars built on real physics.
Is the Earth flat?
So, I mean, sure. Why
Sure.
not?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay. Prove
Why
it.
not? Why couldn't
Demonstrate
it be?
Show me your
Why
evidence
couldn't
that
it
the
be?
Earth's flat. What do you mean? Why couldn't it be? Because it's not. Dumbass. It's not. The Earth's round.
bro.
All of our evidence demonstrates that the Earth is round. If
now
you
you're-
cannot comprehend that all the evidence that we have right now is that the Earth is round and accept that as fact, then why are we even fucking talking? What stances do you stand by? You have no actual positions on anything. Everything's just, well, Elon was doing this because, he was trying to meme, and it wasn't bad, but like it wasn't good either, bro. And like, gravity might exist, but like it's just a theory. Like, what do you actually believe, man? What is an undeniable fact to you? Anything?
Well, an undeniable fact is I haven't cursed at you yet, and I haven't.
I
called
don't
you
give a shit.
Any mean words yet, so I try not to be rude.
Thank you for
with
protecting my precious
interviews.
feelings. I don't give a shit about yours.
Okay,
I don't care.
I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great retrospective about this with your audience. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't like being
Get
shouted at.
fucked. Good night. Jesus Christ. Ugh, that was insufferable. I think I proved my point. I let him babble way too long, by the way. How can anybody listen to any fucking thing he has to say? He can't even say the Earth's round. I don't know. What? What? Yes, the Earth's fucking round. Different species of humans. You know what? Maybe he was right about that part. Maybe his brain isn't fully developed like the rest of ours. If he says the Earth isn't flat, people in his audience would unfollow. He's such a sniveling coward. I did not expect that from him. Like, I was expecting... Honestly, I was expecting more. It was disappointing. I was expecting him to give me anything of substance, anything to work with. It was like so hard and insufferable to talk to him because he doesn't actually hold any meaningful positions. Like, what the fuck you mean you can't say the Earth is round? What? But then why am I talking to you? Whole species thing was some absolute freak shit. He's lucky I didn't just hang up on him immediately. I haven't said a single swear word to you. Okay, I don't care. He just wanted to grandstand. It was so, like, weird. Like, it didn't feel like I was talking to a person. It felt like I was talking to an advertisement. You know? Like a bot, yeah. Just bizarre behavior. Builds race cars but doesn't believe in gravity is funny. I agree. Gravity's just a theory. Okay, then what holds your cars to the pavement, dude? He's just a Nazi David Pacman. I think that's insulting to David Pacman. I think David Pacman actually has convictions. This guy did not. Nothing. No convictions, no hardline stances. He couldn't even say, like, well, I would prefer it if he was like, yeah, I hate immigrants. Yeah, I think we should deport all the illegals. At least then he has something I can work with. You know, he's got some principled stances on something. He has no principled stances on anything. Every single time I tried to pin him down on one view or another, he worms his way out of it. Like a leaf in the wind. Can't quite catch it, no matter how much you try. All you can do is point at it and call it a leaf. Like, when I was talking about Elon, I was like, well, dude, he threw a sig hail. A sig hail. That is the Nazi salute. He couldn't even disagree with me, by the way. He didn't disagree. And he didn't say it was bad. So he's fine with Elon Musk throwing the Nazi salute. He's fine with it. That it's entertaining. Like actual baby brain, man. Actual mush brain. Oh, man. Can't believe I set aside a whole night for that. I was debate prepping yesterday with some people, and they informed me to not upload, to not release the video that I did on him, because that would push him away and make him not want to talk. And I think that was I think that was a good move. Because I think that if he had seen that video before our debate, that he would have not come on. I think he's a pussy. Yeah, what even our debate? Why did I agree to this? Like, what did we gain from this? You know? We've gained nothing. Content? Yeah, I guess there's content. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. You know, that's pretty true. That's pretty true. Now that I think about it, that's pretty true. That was good content. I think you should have been more aggro from the start. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I had to feel myself for a minute. I don't even think he's a fascist brain. I think that he's just trying to keep like a good brand, you know? Like, I don't know what his game is. I can't put my finger on it. Like, he's just trying not to offend his audience. You know, like when I tried to pin him down on like, well, you know, you don't want to deport undocumented immigrants, but you keep talking about like this guy was undocumented and the other guy was. It seems like you're building a narrative. You know, like, and he says, well, don't pay any attention to that. Like, that's not me. I'm not saying anything at all ever. I don't have any actual stances on anything. The Ultra Instinct grift. I don't know what to do now. I thought that would go longer. Don't be mean to me while he dehumanizes undocumented people is funny too. Yeah, like he's demanding, like he thinks it's so like bad of me to curse at him, to swear at. Like, I haven't sweared at you yet, bro. I don't care. You're like calling other groups of people like a different fucking species, man. You're saying that a sig hell actually isn't a big deal if you throw it. You know? Oh, it's not a big deal. Like, oh, it's fine. It's only the symbol of the most oppressive genocidal regime arguably in human history, right? On a national fucking stage from the richest man on the planet with a following of God knows how many people, right? Just show them that it's okay to do that and not have any consequences for it. I have the bone calipers at the ready. That did not go the direction that I thought it would. I really did think that he would push back more. I really did think that he would defend his points more. But man, he was just... He believes in nothing. Bizarre. I really wanted you to ask what made your family special to be allowed into another country that isn't your ethno state. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get more. I thought we would go more into like how much fucking money he has, because he's rich, by the way. Like, if you couldn't tell by his background, I think he got lucky on Bitcoin a while back, and now he flexes his wealth. So, there's that. Ay, ay, ay. I wasn't drunk enough for that. I think I did pretty good, though. Let's see. Do I have anything I want to go over? And I brought you all here. I think also he has clearly never been confronted on his views before. He's never had to deal with this. I'm going to take a brief break and decide what to do. I don't know if I want to keep going or not. All right, I'll be right back.
They're eating the dog. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back.
Thank you, President Xi. Thank you, President Xi.
I'm back. I've made a decision.
Thank you,
I'm going to eat,
exclamation point.
and then I'm going to game.
This tweet. Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point.
When we know that she was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
Donald Trump was
I think this needs more time in the microwave.
And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't
Be
stand
right back.
her. They're eating the dog. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. They're eating.
President Xi.
They're eating.
President Xi.
They're eating.
President Xi,
They're eating
exclamation point.
the dog. 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 The cats. 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 The dog. 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 The cats. 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 The dog.
Okay, give me a minute here. Have a good night, Lucifer Riding. Anybody who's peacing out, that's cool. I get it. You were here for the debate. All good. This is so good. It's soup that my wife made. I almost said fiance. I forgot we're post-wedding now. Get some story games downloaded. Now I have the only story game downloaded that I need, Sonic Adventure 2. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Sonic Adventure 2 tonight. For a little bit. Till I get bored. I can't get over how much I was not expecting the debate to go like that. I don't know how, like, I've never seen somebody who's like a race realist and an ethno-statist have such flimsy positions on every fucking thing. It was crazy. You're missing out? I know! Okay? I know. Let me miss out. It's fine. I'm almost done. Alright, let me go throw this in the sink. I almost, emphasis on almost, feel bad for this dude because I feel like he's never actually been challenged on any of his views. You know what I mean? I feel like that was the first time he's been meaningfully challenged on anything that he thinks is correct. Maybe I'm wrong, but like the last guy, like the guy that he talked to, I forget his name already again. The other guy that he talked to, the original video I reacted to, the guy he was talking to, did not push back hardly at all. Like he pushed back a little bit, but not very much. And so that's why I was like, I've got to get to the bottom of this. I've got to figure out what this dude's deal is. And it was not good. Not good. New version, not right now. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the first time that he's ever actually had to like hold his position on anything. Which he didn't.
File select.
That's not a good look for him.
Stage select. Story select.
I'm on last? Shit.
What's going on? Why doesn't the cannon fire? What's happening here?
I wish they had had a little bit more of this action in the movie.
What's that vibration?
Hey, wait! Someone is coming.
My wife.
Given up yet?
No, it's all over for us.
What do you
I
mean?
just received a message from my boss. This space colony Ark is currently approaching the Earth at an incredible
Can't watch
velocity.
cutscenes with Eggman without thinking of Alfred Coleman.
Probably will impact Earth.
Apparently, the original voice actor for Eggman is not a great person, so Alfred Coleman is now the canon voice actor.
This is a death sentence for every human being on Earth. If my calculations are correct, the space colony are...
This story was surprisingly dark for a child's game.
53 seconds. All of you will be destroyed, along with your beloved planet Earth.
Like, not just because of the imminent threat to Earth, but like, Gerald Robotnik's backstory is kind of fucked up too.
To give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
What's so crazy also, that guy, he was so uncertain about everything except the fact that there are different species of humans.
What's going on
Like what? You can't tell me if the Earth's flat or round, but you're so certain that the scientists are wrong about there being like one human race? Excuse you. You seem pretty certain on that point, man.
Stop it right now, or else
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
This game did feel a little bit less patronizing, true.
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
This and Wind Waker.
Pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's diary.
Ooh, what's this? This cutscene is a long time.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
I ranted about it, but what do you think of the guy using Elon's autism as a point as someone with autism? I really don't like it. Yeah, I didn't touch on that too much. But yes, I didn't want to get into like that's offensive to autistic people, etc. Because like the bottom line is, he threw up a Nazi salute. That's what I wanted to focus on. You know, like I don't give a shit if it was because of his autism. He threw a Nazi salute. That depends, genderless spawn. If you want to watch somebody flail around and like attempt to look like he has any values whatsoever besides like a vague sense of racism and ethno-nationalism for reasons that he can't quite put his finger on, then sure.
Everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it.
If you wish to fill the world with
I'm not ever surprised when racists are also ableist. Of course,
so
of course.
That's why you released Shadow from the base.
The Eclipse Cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the Chaos Emerald is
What?
overpowered.
What? I can't hear you.
Shatter into pieces like my
The
grandfather.
music's too loud.
That mad scientist.
That should be you, right? We have to stop the space colony now.
The space colony arc position may have shifted due to the amount of energy given off by the emeralds.
I miss these days.
Stop the energy.
But how?
That's it. There is a way to stop the energy.
Damn,
You
Reach.
have to use your emerald. You're the one that told me that the Master Emerald has the power to stop the Chaos Emerald.
that's right. If
That
I
chick
use
who
this,
voices
I most
Rouge
likely
is in
will
like
stop
everything.
The Chaos Emerald.
The reaction of the Chaos Emeralds is moving toward the cannon's core. It may be too late.
She even plays
There may be
Omochao.
some time left. If we pull together, we might be able to get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
Any day.
No worries. Just leave it to me. I'm
The VA
world's
for Knuckles got
fastest
arrested? I
hedgehog.
didn't hear about that.
Let's get to work.
System alert. System alert. The intruder has breached the system area.
Alright.
Initiate debug program.
God, if I had a fucking nickel for every time I played this, I would always get to the Knuckles segment and I couldn't finish it as a kid. Okay, we'll come down. Yep. Hello, Big the Cat. Good to see you as always. Easy. Ah! Shit. What? Why does Eggman say horny when his little fist goes out? Damn it. Sorry if I'm not giving much commentary, I'm just kind of sleepy. What do you think that guy's gonna say? Like, do you think he's gonna go to his audience and, like, talk about the debate? Damn it. I just don't know what he could possibly say to, like, defend anything that happened there. Except that, like, I was being a meanie bobini.
There should be a security door somewhere in this room.
Like, he was so nice to me, right? Well, I was talking about how, like, different humans are actually different species. Based on IQ and, like, skull measurements. He was, like, 2 minutes away from pulling out the calipers. I am pretty mean, that's true. Oh. Go. Ah. Oh, made it. Easy.
Here it comes.
Easy.
Good job. Hurry. Throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Shouldn't he blame himself, the agent, for the car accident? Listen. Yeah, that would insinuate that he actually has any beliefs at all. At least that would be a belief, like if he believed in racist Asian stereotypes, right?
System alert. System alert. Energy core save program terminated. Self-repair program.
He had nothing.
Can you hear me?
Bruh, why this place filled with pussy juice?
Front of me. Find the switch that opens the door.
I am in fact playing SA2 again. It's fun. I used to do this part without the air bracelet.
I found the switch on radar. The security door control switch is accessible from the waterway.
That's what I'm saying, genderless spawn. Like, it wasn't even subtle. And then when I try to pin him down on that, he's like, well, I don't know, like, there's just differences. There's differences between humans. There's differences. It's called diversity! It occurs in every species. We're a diverse species. Just like house dogs. And then he tries to pull this bullshit, well, there's different species of dogs. It's like, yeah, they're classified as different species by scientists. Different breeds are not different species. Saying you're playing Sexual Assault 2 sounds quite weird out of context. What do you mean? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. No, 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 no.
System alert. System alert. Primary security lock system terminated. Initiate final defense systems.
I mean, you said Sonic Adventure, but shortened it to SA, which sounds weird when you don't know it's Sonic Adventure. All I said was I'm playing Sexual Assault 2. I don't know what you want from me. So what was that? What even hit me? Oh, that thing. This is my favorite part. This is great. They're just like Mario. Why did the music change?
Yes!
I look out of context. Give me an A. Aww.
No problem.
Probably better than I've ever done on that stage, honestly.
Hate it when they leave me behind.
This is the part where Amy
It's Shadow.
says the thing. Girl power.
I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I.
I agree with Queen Laura. The scoring's dumb.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides,
Enough talk about minority
there's no
rights.
way to
This
save
minority is
everyone.
wrong. Listen.
To be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said.
Some people are
But they're
Bitcoin
basically
miners.
good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes.
And they have no actual values or
always have a
principles.
reason to be happy.
Sure, you may
That's
want to
why
blow
we
up the
should
planet
help
because
them
of
out.
that.
Saving them is a
I would too.
Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance. Shadow, I beg of you.
Have you reacted to Andy Pants? I feel like I have reacted to Andy Pants at some point. Yes, because I remember, because I reached out to Andy Pants Gaming to ask for a debate, he declined because he said I wasn't popular enough, which, fair enough, he did actually do a debate with somebody who was more popular than I am. And he fucking flubbed it.
That's the reason why you were brought into.
So yes, I have reacted to him.
Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I promised her, and I must keep that promise. That's what Maria wished for. I've got to go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria and you.
Yeah, I never watched that debate, but apparently he did abysmally bad.
What's that? It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald.
They probably designed the core like the shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
It looks phallic. I bet nobody's ever made that joke before.
All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair. All of you grateful
Oh God.
humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
No, yeah, Josh. Yeah, I was impressed by like his inability to take a stance on anything. Why does it throb? It do be throbbing. It's pulsating.
What are you doing?
I'll take care of this while you run to get the Chaos Emeralds.
The thing about this game, I watched a video like deep diving on it, and like there's so many amazing artistic elements of this game. But it was just kind of a victim of its time. Like if you look at the Biolizard, right? Big, impeding, but also pathetic. Like it needs a life support system. It just stands in one spot and crawls around and then gets out of breath. It's like a perfect representation of Gerald's revenge, you know? But, it ends up looking kind of silly. Ah! Fuck. Son of a bitch. Dark Souls boss vibes, a little bit. Aesthetically, I feel this game is so beautiful. I mean, I think this was groundbreaking when I was growing up. Like, I went from the fucking NES to this. Like, I went from pixelated overhead football and Super Mario, the original, to this. Like, that's insane. That is a crazy jump. And I'm not gonna say it holds up, but like, it's not terrible either. Ah! I was looking at chat. It's your fault. Glad I'm not graded on this. Ah. Big and pathetic is so powerful when done well. Like, look at this thing. Like, it's got gimpy legs. Ooh. Stylish move, Shadow. Ah. I like that Game Grumps are playing this again. I've been watching them play it. It's been fun. What did you think about Shadow when you were young? Dude, I thought Shadow was the fucking coolest thing ever. Like, Sonic was cool, but Shadow was like a different kind of cool. I was obsessed. I'm surprised, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised, I should say, that I did not end up getting into like DeviantArt tier Sonic symptom, you know? When I say symptom, I mean S-I-M-P, dumb, you know, like I was a simp. I would literally, like, at the end of when I got done with hero mode, I would like stand up and dance to the end credits song. Like, it was that bad. They mistranslated this part. Shadow says, "Is that what Chaos Control is?" And it's like, dog, you've been using Chaos Control this whole story.
Chaos. Chaos is power. Power is enriched by the heart. The controller.
I unironically love the game Shadow the Hedgehog. I did too growing up. I thought Shadow the Hedgehog was awesome. But looking back, like, story-wise, yeah, it's very silly. They, like, did not understand Shadow as a character at all. Shadow was never the bad guy, okay? Shadow is not a bad person.
Chaos Control is?
Yeah, there it is. He was supposed to say, was that Chaos Control?
Since we've stopped the Chaos Emeralds, why is the space colony still on a crash course to Earth?
Shadow is like Katakuri from One Piece, okay? He's not a good guy either, mind you. He's not a good person. He strictly was... Shadow is, if nothing, above all else, a servant. He's a servant, okay? He was created to serve, and that is what he does. So when he thought that Maria wanted revenge on the entire planet, that's what he did. He said, Eggman, I will grant you one wish. Then he served Eggman. Ultimately because he cared about Maria and was serving her purpose, but he's a servant. So when he finds out that Maria's actual wish, the one person that he serves above all else, was to give people of Earth a chance to live and be happy, that's what he does. At the end of the game, he doesn't say, I saved the Earth, I gave the, you know, I did a good thing. He says, Maria, this is what you wanted, right? I've never heard that perspective about him before. To be fair, I did not come up with that. I stole that from a video essay. But it's true. And the moment I heard it, I was like, wow, damn, that's so true, bro. That's the truest thing I've ever heard. Slipping down your spine. Ooh, this is, I know. Swallow. Ah! Oh, I got him. I got him.
I'll collect the rings. Now it's up to you, Sonic.
Shadow, you need rest. Let me give it a try.
Sonic, we're in danger. The colony will enter the
Boink.
atmosphere in about 4 minutes.
Dude, when I finally got to this part as a teenager, it took me years. I was never able to get to this part because I would always get stuck on the Knuckles part of the end game. But when I finally got to this, I was like, this is so cool! Ah! Because, like, I was a big Dragon Ball Z fanboy, you know? And Sonic, let's be real, Sonic came after Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's a blatant ripoff. But man, does he make it work. Like, let's be real, he makes it work. Can you not? I'm fucked if I don't get it this time. Oh, I'm fucked. I gotta switch. I gotta switch. I gotta switch. I'm going for it. Ah! I'm going. Oh! I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. No! I gotta switch. Okay.
Here I come, you creep.
Sonic is better than DBZ, but DBZ came up with it. You gotta give him credit for that. Can you, like... let me boink your boils? Let me pop your zits. There we go. I just felt really sad of this thing. It's getting its ass pegged and chucked into the vacuum of space. I mean... listen. It's the incarnation... oh, fuck. It's the incarnation of Dr. Gerald Robotnik's hatred. Even he did not understand why he was building this thing. He's like, I've gone mad. Like, this is not right. I should not be doing this, but I'm so angry that I can't help myself. So yeah, it's tragic. Get the boil, get the boil, get the boil. Pop the zit, pop the zit, pop the zit. Perfect. Yeah, first try, baby. As a DBZ fangirl, that's debatable.
Did you really think you had a chance?
Yeah. Tell him, Sonic. Fun fact, if you end the boss stage with Shadow, he says something. But if you end it with Sonic, he says something.
No way that's getting through.
Shadow, I beg of you.
Maria.
Give them a chance to be happy.
I do think that the Sonic 3 movie handled Shadow beautifully.
Now, Shadow. Chaos control.
Like, I had my issues with the movie. But, I think that they handled Shadow, and especially Maria, very well.
Maria,
this game,
this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
For everything that it did right, I think that it needed more Shadow with Maria. I think it needed more of that. And the movie did that. The thing that I couldn't stand about the movie was Eggman. Eggman and Dr. Gerald Robotnik. It was too much. It was too much goofiness. Like, I know it's a kid's movie, I get it. It's not for my age demographic, that's fine, whatever. But to me, that was like the... you know, in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, like the gargoyles? It was kind of like the gargoyles in The Hunchback of Notre Dame for me. Where it's like, everything else in that movie, peak cinema. But, man, those gargoyles really took me out of it.
Do you really think that the professor created him?
Wish they just make them animated movies? Yeah, I kind of wish that too.
Revenge on all those who live here on Earth?
He was what he was. A brave and heroic hedgehog who gave his life to save this planet. Shadow the Hedgehog.
I guess
And my
you're right.
boyfriend.
As a child, I looked up to my grandfather because of all
I hate
the
this
great
part.
things he accomplished in his life. He was my hero, and I wanted to be a great scientist like him. But did he really mean to destroy us?
I don't know, but what I do know is we all did it together.
Thanks for your input, Tails.
So what's next for you, Rouge? Off again to find those jewels you love so much?
Nah, I think I'm gonna give up this line of work. Too much work for too little pay. Anyway, I've got something better than jewels that I'm thinking about right now.
Oh, yeah?
It'll all work out. You'll see.
If you say so.
Created the ultimate life form.
Are you sure that you're not thinking about jewels?
Oh, it's nothing. Come on, let's go home. To the planet as cool and blue as me.
I'm sorry, like, you fucking make a sexy, like, short stack bat with big jiggle. It would literally give her boobs jiggle physics. And then make her obsessed with jewels, of all things. Like, not even jewelry, like literal jewels. Like, I hunt jewels. I love to hold jewels. You're kind of... Listen. You get what you fucking deserve. We need to return to tradition. We need more short stack baddies with jiggle physics. Short stack furry baddies with jiggle physics. Can I skip? Nope. Now. Then it is your spine. Ooh, I'm trying to ignore. Yeah. And you can hardly swallow. God, I love this game. This was such an integral part of my childhood. You have no idea. All right, well, that was the story. Should I go through and try to get A ranks? I've never gotten all A's. By the way, I'm going to make a call-out post right now. Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, you are a piece of shit liar. You did not 100% this game. There's no way, there's no chance, no shot, nothing. You did not 100% this fucking game. I've been watching you play this game. And there's no way. There's no way. It's like riding a bicycle. You have forgotten too many elements of this game. Maybe you finished the story mode. I'm willing to accept that. But you did not 100% this game. You did not get A ranks on everything. You did not get Green Hill Zone unlocked. There's just no fucking way. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. If you can prove you did that, I will eat my left nut. There's no way. He's too dog shit at the game for me to believe that. He has no fucking idea how the Chow Garden works at all. Every single time he plays a stage, he gets the Chow key, goes to the Chow Garden, immediately turns around and leaves, has no idea how the Chow drives or animals work. You did not 100% this game, you lying sack of dog shit. There's no way. You didn't do it. I refuse to believe it. A ranks are so hard. What are you talking about? This one's easy. Most of them are like pretty easy, but the ones that are hard are crazy hard. Actually, I don't need it. I was about to restart because I didn't get the trick, but I don't need it. I just need 100 rings. Come on. Whatever, I can still get an A. Ah. Can you... Okay. Just... Oh my god! Fuck it, fuck it. I'm moving on. I can still get an A. I expected you to say on my twitter.com. I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com! A. Boom. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog quilly dick out and pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you have a small dick. It's the size of this walnut. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. I gotta get the, I forgot I gotta get the thing on this level. I forget where it's at. Actually, let me look up where it's at real quick. Hold on. I don't want to miss it. Sonic Adventure 2. What is it? Mystic Melody Locations. Sonic. After passing the 6th star post, what the fuck is a star post? Oh, the checkpoint. Okay, so the 6th star post. So I think I've gotten one. 1 star post. There's 2. I missed the debate. Well, the beauty is you can always go back and watch it. Hold on. I have to get that out of the way. Trust me, it was, like, weird. I really don't know how entertaining it was. I don't know. Like, the guy was boring as sin. He had no actual convictions except, like, there are different species of human for some reason. Like, that, he was a hardliner on that one. Like, I can't tell you why on that specifically. He was, like, so hardline, like, yeah, I believe that there are different species of humans, and yet I can't tell you whether or not the Earth is flat or round. So, that was weird. How many was that? 3 or 4? No? Die? I have 8 different strings in front of me. Pick a number 1 through 8. 7. Did I pick right? He lost all of his credibility the moment he said the Earth is flat. He didn't say the Earth is flat! Frankly, I'd have more respect for him if he could say the Earth was flat. Instead, he said, I don't know, we can't know, it's just a theory, bro. He had no convictions! I have more respect for my flat Earth uncle than I have for him. I'm not kidding. I legitimately have more respect for flat earthers than I have for that spineless, slimy son of a bitch. Like, he acted all nice. He acted like he was reasonable and like we were getting along, buddy, whatever. Fuck that. Have some goddamn convictions, you pussy. Stand up for something in your goddamn life. But no, he just gets to write off of Bitcoin investments and travel to 7 different countries. Like he owns the goddamn planet. Like, you know how well he lives because he got lucky with Bitcoin once? Fuck that guy. I legitimately would rather spend my time with a flat earther than him. At least a flat earther has beliefs. I don't think I've ever taken that route before. It was a unique experience. I think I might have passed it. I hope I didn't. I think that was 5 checkpoints. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's 6. Right there! Got it. We got it, boys. I don't even think he's the worst person. That's the thing. I don't think he's the worst person. I don't know what kind of person he is. Except a spineless bitch. That's all I could glean from our interaction, is that he is a spineless pussy. Shit. I got the thing I needed. You want to know something weird that I just reminded myself of? The other night, I guess I should say morning, I had the weirdest dream where, like, I woke up. Well, let me back up. I was having a dream where, like, for some reason, I was playing the violin. It was like a weird busted up violin, but I was playing the violin nonetheless, and I was not good at it. I was very bad at it. But I woke up, and I was like, do I want to play the violin? Is that a thing that I want to do with my life? I should have tried for the shortcut. There's a shortcut there. It's really hard to get, though. It's not consistent. But anyway, I was like so weirded out. I was like, I've never had this desire before. And yet, right... Oh, I got both of them. Shit. And yet, in that moment, I was like, I feel like playing the violin. I feel like learning how to play the violin. And I could not explain it better than that. Just random, like... The random urge. Can you not do that, man? That was rude as shit. You lose nothing by trying. But the thing is, like, I would... oh, shit. I would, except, I forgot we own a guitar. And, I used to play guitar. And I've kind of been wanting to get back into that. And guitar, frankly, is, like, one of the easiest instruments you can play. Sorry, guitar enthusiast, that's just how it is. Like, it's one of the easiest instruments to learn, for sure. Not saying that, like... everybody can be good at guitar, but, like, you know.
Yes.
It has the lowest point of entry. Like, the lowest barrier of entry. Let's say that. I play trombone and some guitar, but both of them are very different. Yeah. But I want to get a MIDI sax so bad. Playing an instrument is so fun. I tried to learn the ocarina because I have one, but like the finger dexterity needed for that, man. It's a lot harder than they'd have you believe. God damn it. Norman Osborn type energy from that debate. I don't know who Norman Osborn is, but I'll take your word for it. I'm glad you guys agree with me that, like, it was weird, right? Like, I know I didn't do a perfect job, but come on. Like, you gotta have something for me to go after, you know? Like, motherfucker telling me he doesn't know if the Earth's flat or not. Come on. Whee. Ooh. I've never done that before. Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin. Oh, from Spider-Man.
Here we go.
I don't know anything about him now besides he's the Green Goblin, so I don't know what that means still. Ah, I fucked it up. I lost points. I lost puntos. No, I didn't. I got the points. Boom. Doing good. Boom. Easy.
Go. Yes.
Our weight ranks based on points or score. Points or score? Time. Both. The time helps your score.
That was cool.
But like above a certain time limit, you're not getting an A rank. It's just impossible.
Stage select.
City Escape is the easiest one, I must say, to get all A's on. Oh, right, forgot. It's hard mode now. Oh shit, I forgot it's supposed to skip that. Yep, otherwise it does that. Oh well. They put that ramp there to trick you. That, go back. Okay. Boom. City Escape is in fact the most memorable level on this whole game. Agreed. Forgot that was there. I'm feeling A rank, boys. I'm feeling A. Oh, shit. Forgot about this. Ah! Go, 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 go. Alright. No harm, no foul. I can't believe I'm doing this. About to listen to this for my scooter ride. Now we're both going fast. True. Get fucked. Goodbye. I feel an A rank. I would agree that it is quite memorable. I would say that, like, it's not unfair to call it, like, the most memorable in all of 3D Sonic. Get that. Boom. Get the puntos. Actually, it's much easier to get the points on this. Because of that. Boom. Boom. Alright, now the truck does not slow down on this. So this is where they get you, if you're not careful. No, I didn't get it! It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No! Oh! Don't lose the rings. Okay, got it. That's an A rank, 1000%. No diff. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed. What is Rooftop Run? Bro, what even is that? Bro. Another Sonic level. Now this one's tricky. Oh no, not this one. I was thinking of, hold on. I'm not feeling this one. I want to do Metal Harbor. Yeah. This one's tricky. Because you get 99 rings, and then there's one hidden. And you'd never be able to find it unless you knew where it was. It's ridiculous. They're liars and schemers. See, here's the 99. Boom. And then it takes forever to come across another ring, unless... I'm gonna show you kids something. Something crazy. Boom.
Yes. That was cool.
Tricky, tricky. Getting all A's is in fact a pain in the ass.
Stage select.
I'm trying to remember where the Lost Chow is, actually. Oh wait, I remember. Just hit me. Right in there. There you are. Ah. Can you... Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Ah! It didn't count. Can you... This game's buggy. Okay. Boom.
Yes!
Record time. Come on. Boom.
That was cool!
We're racking them up, boys. Okay, next.
Stage select.
Didn't mean to do that. I appreciate the mods that make this not the same sound effect every time he does the homing attack. It's nice. Feels more like Sonic. Here you go. Thank you. Who's calling me? Hello? Just a friend of mine.
Missile launch in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8.
Goodbye. The pussy way's out. The pussy's way out.
3, 2, fire.
We're men. We're Costco guys. Of course we take the long route on the missile in Sonic Adventure 2 Metal Harbor. We're Costco guys. Come on. Yes.
That was cool.
Let's go. Hard mode, hard mode. I'm getting hard mode.
Stage select.
I forget how this goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, come on! That was bullshit. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, come on. Get the thing. Okay. Okay. Ah! Ah! Okay, not too bad so far. Okay. Thank you for self-destructing. No thanks. Oh, go, 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 go. Okay. Ah! I was doing so good. I was like anticipating everything, adapting to everything. I was like on the fucking ball, man. I was on it. Can you like do the thing that I want you to do and not go a mile away from where I was trying to go? That was weird as shit, dude. There was no rocket there, and there was nothing else. I was like, what the fuck? Like, at the last fucking second, I was like, oh god. No. No. Will this guy self-destruct again? No, he will not. Oh, come on. Go, go. Shit. Queen Laura, I forgot. I still got to pick up your Gengar from the P.O. box. I gotta remember to do that. Can you please DM me and remind me to do that? Because time is about to expire and I don't know what happens. I'm assuming they just ship it back to my main address, but like I'm not taking that chance.
Missile launch in 15 seconds.
Sorry, I just remembered that.
9,
I gotta do that this week.
7, 6,
We're Costco guys. Of course we got the long way even on hard mode.
3, 2, fire.
Easy. Patty from Texas, what did I miss? Just a debate. Thank you, Queen Laura. I'll make a point to go on Tuesday. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Boink.
Yes.
A. A. A's in the chat. Let's go. A's in the chat. A. Fuck yes. A's in the chat. Let's go.
Cool.
You missed an interesting debate with a guy who has seemingly no positions on anything, including whether or not the Earth is flat. What should I do next? I might as well just get all the Sonic levels knocked out, right? Let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then we will continue this for I don't know how long. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I'll be right back. Okay, I return. I have some news. Want to pull something up real quick? Because I was curious, right? I just was curious. So I looked at our boys' Twitter page. Wow, just got ambush interviewed. Guy went super emotional on me, trying to have me judge people's intentions, say that I'm a Nazi sympathizer, and say gravity doesn't exist. I'm super honored to witness complete insanity live streamed to his audience. I hope they enjoyed it. I had to cut it short when he started calling me names and using bad language at me. I'm okay with foul language as a function of emotional speaking, not okay with foul language at people. I told him I didn't call him names and he told me to go F myself. Shock jocks all the same. Bruh. My favorite comment is, I mean, you did just say gravity doesn't exist. Like, bruh. Have the decency to hold a conviction, man! I wasn't asking for much. Just don't bullshit me. He was bullshitting me the entire time. If you don't want to get called names, don't be a dumbass. Then I won't call you one. You ever thought about that? Go to some Chow Garden. I can't believe I haven't been to Chow Garden with Eggman yet. I guess it doesn't matter. No, let's do some, let's see if we can get the boss stuff done. Yeah. I don't know why I'm feeling this. But let's just get it over with.
Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on!
Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
It's just like, dog. And he called it a fucking ambush. Like, that was not an ambush. I literally reached out to you of my own accord and said, hey, I want to talk to you about your views on stuff. Because you have interesting views on stuff. You know, and I just want to get to the bottom of what the fuck you believe. And then I didn't get to the bottom of what he believes. Because he doesn't believe anything, as it turns out. As I said, he's so open-minded, his brain is falling out of his ears. Motherfucker couldn't tell me the Earth is round. Or that gravity exists. You really think you're the one who came out looking like the good guy in that because you didn't say a naughty word? My schedule cleared up. Did you want to do The Walking Dead? Let me finish this up real quick.
So far, so good. Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh. You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you eat those words.
There's no time to play games. You won't even get the chance.
I'm the coolest.
Oh, I see. So you're not just a hedgehog. Darn. Not bad for an imposter.
Do you know who I am?
Watching the Oscars for Gene Hackman Memorial, yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Huh? Who's there?
What else did he expect from a debate? I'm telling you, man, that guy has never had his beliefs challenged. Never. He has been scooting along. That's why he's so offended. That's why he's such a special boy, right? He's like, how dare you? How dare you pull me onto your show and question my very special takes on things, because I'm a very special boy with a very special brain and very special thoughts, and they all deserve to be handled with the care and gentleness that you would with a baby hummingbird. I can't handle the criticism, as it turns out. Can you please? Thank you. Come on, one more hit. Yeah, got two. I'll take it. I love this boss. This boss is the most pointless one in the whole game. And I love him for that. Yeah, the special birthday boy with his special birthday boy opinions. How dare I? How dare I ever question the special birthday boy? Oh, that fucking ambush. My ass, dude. Go piss on it. If you don't want me to be rude to you, how about next time you come in with some actual fucking viewpoints? I like how his tongue is gay. His tongue is very gay. That's true. Now that you mention it. One more. Yeah, get fucked. World record speed run.
What a half.
There's a way to... Oh, fuck. There's a way to, like, spin dash ring jump, but I haven't figured it out yet. To, like, make this go faster. It's really hard. Apparently it's not that hard, but I have a problem doing it, so it is hard, actually. Now that I think about it. It's like... Son of a bitch. I can't do it. I can't get the hang of it. You gotta, like, spin dash, and then jump and ring bounce almost at the same time, but I can't do it. Whatever. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. Ah! Get the ring, get the ring. I usually don't suck this bad at this. I'm not gonna get over that he called that a fucking ambush. My ass, dude. My ass. Come prepared next time. No, it's over. Cool.
Nice try, Rocky.
That was a good one, Sonic. My queen.
Long time no see, treasure hunter.
Wait, I forgot to get ranked on this, don't I? Oh, I hope I don't get ranked on this.
Talking to you is a waste of time.
Very well.
I told him straight up what I wanted to discuss with him. His views on immigration. That's what I wanted to talk about. And we did. And then I told him, hey, I was looking across your Twitter, you know, trying to get a feel for your worldview, and I saw this thing you said about Elon doing the fucking Nazi salute. You said it was a meme. Is that what you believe? Like, just have some fucking convictions, man. You know? Stand by your shit. Even if it's not good shit, at least you can stand by it. Like, don't be a pussy.
This can't be true.
Boom.
I never lose.
Get away from my emerald.
Thank you, Doll Mask. I thought so as well. And further, I don't give a fuck if he thinks it's an ambush. Like, okay, let's say it was. Be prepared next time. That's pussy language for I wasn't prepared and I don't actually have convictions. And I don't like to be challenged on my viewpoints because I have none. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Don't lose. Damn it. This one's the hardest one. Boink. Shit! That sucked. That was stupid. Oh, I'm gonna lose. How did that happen? Come on. Oh, come on! This is stupid. Thanks so much, Al. Appreciate the advice. Those rockets are unavoidable. They're stupid. I hate this boss fight. Thanks so much, Al. Okay, I got it this time. Boom. Wait! How's that not the end? How's that not the end? There we go.
Before this is over, I'll show you the true power of chaos control.
I think this one's kind of silly. I was thinking about it. Like, the whole point is you let him get ahead of you. But why would... But, like, wouldn't you want to be faster than him? You know? I'm just saying. Like, that would make more sense to me. Damn it. Oh, come on. That was bullshit. There we go.
Game over, Shadow.
He's a MAGA enthusiast? Of course he is. Cool. Okay, no rank. Good. Just an emblem. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to do this. I'm done with boss fights.
Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
Copy that.
I think I'm good for right now. I think that's enough. I'm getting sleepy. Who's live? Dead Domain? Have I ever hosted Dead Domain? I don't think I have. Give me just a second. Can I not host Dead Domain? I guess they don't allow it. Well, I can host Dead Domain on my website. Okay, well, I'm hosting Dead Domain on my site. I can't redirect into YouTube directly, but they'll be hosted on my site. So I believe their pronouns are they, them. Sorry if they're not. Anyway, interesting debate. Had a good time with it. I will have it uploaded at some point this week, probably. So look forward to that. Until we meet again, probably on Tuesday this week. Take care, have a great weekend, and I will see you at some point this week. Good night, everybody.